For my whole life, my body sucked. I hated my body. So if you don't know my story, I was able to go down from 120 kilos to 70 kilos. And I was always thinking that if I just lose enough weight, I will look good. Like those skinny boys. But I never did. Instead, I was this noodle-armed guy with gynecomastia and a weird body. What I didn't know at the time was that I lacked muscle. So I did what every kid in university would do. I looked for advice on Reddit and YouTube. And the results were pretty fucking awful. I had a Reddit physique, and basically I missed out on all of my university years because I hated my body and was so insecure. I thought I was a failure and I had the worst body genetics and that God hated me. Pretty heavy and depressing stuff, but it is literally how I felt. And I don't want the same to happen to you, because I did build muscle, so this story has a happy ending. Like, come on, look at me now. Like, I'll put some pictures. I literally look like Rambo. A bit fat Rambo, but you get my point. I am fucking strong as hell now. I'm not insanely strong, as I do not focus on strength, but I can bench press 110 kilos, and I started with 20. I started with the empty bar. So I think that is pretty cool. And I am cutting right now and will be pretty ripped in a month or two. So I reckon they'll help me with the fitness YouTubing thing. So I'm excited about that. And I guarantee that you can do this too. What if I told you that the advice that you've been given is wrong and it's not your fault that you are not getting the results that you should? Literally, with the stuff I'm gonna teach you in this video, I am sure that this is going to be the last how to build muscle video that you will watch. I am that confident in the stuff this video is going to teach you. And the truth is that building muscle is really simple, easy, and fun. So before we get into this, I want to take this weight off your shoulders and tell you exactly why the advice that you have been given doesn't work and why you're left frustrated. Number one is that everyone is on steroids. Your average fitness influencer could stop working out and literally just go to a farm and start wanking off cows, and he would build more muscle than you. And he's gonna be more ripped and muscular than you, literally jacking off cows. But this is true. There's like this one study where they did like 4 groups. So naturals worked out to the hardest limits, and then the other group, they just took steroids and they didn't work out. And the group that took steroids gained more muscle than the hardest working naturals. So when these fitness influencers, these fake natties, give advice that they think is true, even if it doesn't work actually for helping you, it will work for them, because the drugs will mask their bad training and diet advice, and they would still look good if they fucking did some farm shit. Number 2 is that everyone wants your money. When have you heard some bullshit like become a fat burning machine, or the gorilla workout protocol designed to explode your back, primals, or some bullshit like that? It's all marketing. There's no special workout that's gonna turn you into a fat burning machine. You're not gonna become the Terminator in a lard factory with a flamethrower just burning. Just not gonna happen. There's no one workout that's gonna change your life. Doesn't work. You don't need overpriced workout programs ever. So that's a fucking scam. Number 3, another scam. People want to sell you supplements. If supplements actually worked, they would be called drugs. Wow, revelation. Wow, what a revelation. There are no, and I repeat, no supplements that build muscle, burn fat, or increase testosterone. People just want your money. If they actually worked, they would be called steroids or performance enhancing drugs. Also, imagine testosterone boosting supplements actually worked. You'd also get the side effects of high testosterone, like hair loss, roid rage, hair on your back, shrunken testicles, which are all side effects of taking testosterone. So obviously testosterone boosters don't work. Imagine there's some bullshit online that say eating eggs boost testosterone. Imagine you eat eggs and then fucking your testicles shrink and then you lose hair. Fuck, stupid shit, okay? Number 4, these people have amazing genetics. Now, I don't want to cause much drama, but if you look at most fitness influencers, their starting point was already literally like mine and your goal body Anyway, their starting point was amazing anyway. Just look at these guys. I'll put them up on screen. Mike Thurston, look at him, bro. Like Dylan McKnight or Sam Sulek. Before these guys ever hit a gym. This is literally my dream body. And some people get it without even training. And these people can just train like shit, eat like shit, and still get amazing results because they were born and God was like, you're gonna be born and you're gonna look fucking amazing. I was like, oh, cool. I'm a fucking Chad. And then, they were like, oh, I guess I'll become a fitness influencer. And then they spout bullshit like nucleus overload or some other bro science. The fact is, they have great genetics, and you and I, we don't. If you do, well, congratulations. These things will still work, but 99% of the people are not fitness influencers, so we don't have amazing genetics. So, how am I different from the guys I'm fucking wailing on? Because I follow their advice, not these guys specifically. Fucking hell, especially not Dylan McKnight. Why would I follow his advice?
It's been said that eating 36 eggs a day is equivalent to a mild steroid cycle. It is surprisingly very true.
He is the worst fitness YouTuber of all time. Anyway, seriously, his channel just makes me lose brain cells. I've basically followed the YouTube and Reddit advice and failed to build a nice physique. And because of that, I was like, oh, I guess I'll have to read a lot of books, study this stuff. So basically, I've just read and learned a lot and applied it to myself, and I coach others now. Wow. Well, I guarantee you that the advice that I will give you work, even if you have terrible genetics, alright? And this is gonna be the last muscle building video that you're ever gonna watch. And no, I'll just add this, your biceps aren't growing isn't because you're not doing this secret movement that this random bodybuilder invented. Alright, let's get to the good information and let's talk about how we build muscle. If you meet these conditions, you will build muscle. Guaranteed. If you check all these boxes, you will build muscle. There's no other way. Number 1, muscle stimulation. Number 2, progressive overload. Number 3, enough protein. 4, calories. Number 5, sleep. Number 6, rest and recovery. If you can get all these basics covered, you will build muscle and get stronger. So let's talk about the best way to stimulate our muscles and progressively overloading them. So obviously you would need to pick a decent workout program aligned with your goals. You can build muscle on pretty much any program. So I'm not going to discuss programs here, but a quick advice that I can give you is to pick a program you can stick to week by week that's challenging but not too insane. And obviously don't pick a powerlifting or a strength program if your goal is to build muscle. So don't do 5x5 or some powerlifting bench squat deadlift program. And I was so stupid that was what I did. But this has to be said. If you want to grow muscle, pick a program that is designed for muscle growth. And a good bit of information to keep in mind is that the rep range that grows muscle is anywhere between 5 and 30. And in the future, I'll probably make and give out some free workout programs. So comment below if you're interested in that. But for now, I'm just going to link the program I designed for myself. I am cutting right now, so this is not a bulking program. But you can still use my program and get great results. And I can talk about hours about program choices, but we have a lot to cover. So let's say you picked a program and move on. Any program will work if you do this one amazing thing that 99% of gym goers do not do. That's going to be progressive overload. Progressive overload does not mean training hard. It does not mean training to failure. It does not even mean acting like you're in a TikTok at it so you don't have to bleed from your nose or do like that kind of stuff. Progressive overload just means that you challenge the muscle over time. Doesn't even have to mean like every session. The bar gets heavier over time, or you increase your reps over time, or you just add more volume. That is it. It is that simple. If you, for example, bench press 60 kilos for 5 reps, okay? You come the next week and you do 5 reps, but now the weight is 62.5 kilos. You have successfully grown muscle. Congratulations. That's all it took, right? Just a 2.5 kilo increase, keep the reps same, you built muscle. If you are lat raising 8 kilos for 10 reps, you do 11 the next week, and then the next week you do 12 reps. Congratulations, you just built muscle. It is this simple. This is it. This is literally all you need to know. It's amazing. It's this simple. I could just end the video right here and you'd be like, oh, cool. You would build muscle forever until you die. I mean, probably not when you're in your like 50s or 60s, but you get my point. It's amazing. It is literally this simple. And every time with this, you're going to go into the gym and hit new PRs. Okay, so how do we actually ensure that we are progressively overloading? Well, to do that, we need to get into the habit of tracking our workouts. And a lot of gym goers go to the gym and kind of wing their weights and reps. Oh, I feel like bicep curling 12 kilos today, so they do that. And next week, they're like, oh, I'm kind of tired, man. I'll just do 10 kilos. And if you just wing your weight and reps, you will be wasting your time in the gym and never grow. So we need to know exactly how many reps, sets, and the weights we did the last workout so that we can beat it on today's workout. And here is the thing. You can beat it. How easy it is to add like 1.25 kilos, that's around 3 pounds, to a lift. Not that hard, right? Not that hard. Anyone can lift 1.25 kilos more. In fact, I came off a surgery and I was able to build my leg press strength from 100 kilos to 265 kilos, which is like 585 pounds easily. I didn't struggle or try hard. I just did that, and over time it was 100. I was like checked. I was like, oh fuck, now I'm doing 225 kilos for reps. I was like, cool. And I mean doing actual leg press with good form, taking it all the way down, not the way these clowns on social media do leg press where they just do like 2 centimeters. Anyway, so here's like the autistic steps you can take to start doing progressive overload and hit a new PR literally the next time you go into the gym. You can either get a workout tracking book, which I don't really recommend. Some people do it though, because sometimes you might forget your book and then what? Or you can download an app on your phone to track your workouts. So the app that I use is going to be called Heavy, and the paid version is like $50 per month. So it's basically free. You can download this app and create your workout. Choose one from, it has templates there as well. Or you can click the link below and get mine. So you can go here, you can create your own workout. You can do other routines, or you can just find routines here, which is pretty cool. And then you're just going to click on start workout, start routine here. And then next time you come into the gym, you're just gonna put the weights you've done, and that's it. And the easy way to do this is just to pick a rep range, and then when all your sets get to the upper end of the rep range, you increase the weight. Simple as that. So I'll give an example from chest press. Let's say your rep range is around 8 to 10 reps on chest press. So you do chest press for 3 sets with 80 kgs, and the weights you do are set 1 9 reps, set 2 8 reps, set 3 8 reps again. Then next week it's 10, 9, and then 7 for set 1 and 2. So eventually you're gonna hit 10, 10, 10 on your reps, right? Then you can increase your weight from 80 kilos to around 85 by adding 2.5 kilo plates on each side, and then you start again. And in a couple of months, you'll be repping at 100 kilos in a chest press machine. Pretty cool. Also, a thing to note is that on some exercises, adding weight makes more sense, and on some, adding reps make more sense. So if it is like a light isolation move, maybe a tricep isolation or like a cable lat raise or something, you should add reps. But if it's a heavy move like a leg press or a Romanian deadlift, you can add 2.5 to 5 kilos and it would be easier. So to summarize, just download the Heavy app and track your workouts. Okay, so what do we do when we cannot progressively overload? Sometimes you won't be able to increase the reps and the weight, and that can feel frustrating, and you're like, oh, I'm not making progress. That's okay. That's normal to happen. If you cannot progressively overload, let's ask ourselves some questions to determine where we need to fix some things. Question 1. Are you sleeping 8 hours a night? Because we do not grow in the gym. We grow outside the gym with rest and nutrition. So if you are not sleeping in the gym, you are literally wasting your workouts. You will not get results. You will build muscle when you sleep. Remember that. So do not skip on sleep. You need to realize that, let's say you hit the most amazing workout ever. You're feeling great, but you just don't sleep, or sleep for like 4 or 5 hours after that workout. Your workout, you just ruined it. You're not going to get the results from that workout, and that workout will go to waste. Pretty sad stuff, so do not do that. Okay, let's say you are sleeping, that's checked, cool. You need around 8 hours, 8, 10, right? Somewhere around that range. Then we need to look at what you are eating. are you getting in enough protein? You need to be getting around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight in the upper range. You can get away with a bit less, but just for simplicity for this video, let's keep it at 1 gram per pound of body weight. You need protein to repair the muscle and then even grow some. So let's say you are 140 pounds. If you don't know what your body weight is in pounds, you can just take your body weight in kilos and times it by 2.2. Anyway, if you are 140 pounds, you would need to get 140 grams of protein. And no, more protein will not grow more muscle, which is a common misconception people have. If you eat more, you're not gonna grow more muscle. Just not how it works. A pound per body weight is already high enough, so just get that amount of protein. Alright, to be able to track this, you can go to Google Play, and I use this app called Lose It. I use it to track my protein, how many calories I'm having, the foods that I'm having. So you can just download this app here. For example, today, if you can see, for breakfast I had 250 grams of egg whites and 10 grams of peanut butter. So on my meal one, for example, I had 35 grams of protein. Alright, so you can just use this to see how much protein you are getting. And this video is a bit long, so I'll explain how to use Lose It in a future video. Just go on download Lose It. In my opinion, it's better than MyFitnessPal, and I'm pretty sure you're smart enough to figure out how to use it, okay? Cool. Now that we know that we are getting enough protein to repair and build muscle and get stronger, we need to look at our calories, because our size will be directly correlated with how many calories we are getting in. If we take less calories than our body needs, we will get smaller. And if we take in more calories than our body needs, we will grow. So, are you in a slight calorie surplus is the next question. I also need to clear a big misconception that the fitness industry has. Recognize how I said slight surplus. I did not say big calorie surplus. A lot of people think to put on muscle that they need to eat insane amounts. Eat big to get bigger. But the physiological truth is that you will not build more muscle if you eat more than required. You cannot build muscle faster if you eat more. There is a limit to how much muscle you can build in a given week or month. You cannot override this with more food than required. So just eat enough to be able to build the amount of muscle in this chart. If you overeat by a lot more than required, yes, you will get bigger faster, but this will be fat. So a good calorie surplus to eat is actually just around 200 calories, okay? Let's say a beginner can gain around 1.5 pounds of muscle per month. That is around 18 pounds of muscle per year, which is amazing. That's like 8 kilos or something. And here's a fun fact. If we break down muscle, it only has 125 grams of protein in it, plus water, glycogen, some triglycerides and other stuff. But without going into much science, you would need around 2,400 to 2,700 calories to build 1 pound of muscle. But our body isn't 100% efficient at this process, so we actually need a lot more calories than that. And also, it's impossible to build 100% muscle in a surplus. So basically, I know you're confused right now, but you would need around 3,500 calories extra to build 1 pound of muscle. So if we want to build 1 pound of muscle in a month, that would take only 3,500 extra calories. That is around 120 calories more in a day. Do you understand how stupid bulking or eating more sounds right now? You would literally only need 120 calories more a day as a beginner to build more muscle. That's it. That is it. So when you do progressive overloading, do not do like one of those dirty bulks. It's just not gonna work. All you need to bulk is basically add in like 2 bananas and you'll build muscle. Just eat 2 extra bananas a day, and with the protein, you're gonna get as big as possible muscle wise, right? Okay. And as a beginner, I repeat, 18 pounds of muscle in a year is amazing. I know we've gone on too long. So here is my takeaway. If you want to grow muscle, you're going to Google calorie calculator. I'll put a link up on the screen. And calculate how many calories you burn in a day. Now, a good rule of thumb is that if you think you are lightly active, choose one below that in these calculators. But yeah, if it doesn't work, obviously you can up your calories. But just pick a number from it for convenience's sake. I'll make a more advanced video on calculating calories later. Just use a calculator for now, and then add like 200 calories extra a day, and you're gonna build muscle. You'll all be dandy and cool. You'll be like, all right, we're building muscle. We have enough protein. Cool. So let's say I would need around 2,700 calories a day to maintain my body weight. I would just need to eat 2,900 calories, or because I'm intermediate I would need less, but I'll just eat 200 because like I'm not gonna do like 100 extra or 140, just 200, that's good. All right, and then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna use an app like Lose It, like I've shown you, to measure and track your calories and protein. Simple as that. And let's say you are training enough with progressive overload, sleep is good, food is good, and you still are not making progress. So, are you resting enough is our other question. Are you resting outside of your workouts? If you are training for a marathon while trying to get stronger, it'll be really hard to grow in size, right? It would take a lot of brains, and your body actually has finite amount of resources. Okay, your body can only recover from so much. Let's say you go to the gym, you exercise your muscle, right, and then you get the protein, but then you also run like a lot, run like an hour, run like 2 hours on that day. Your body can maybe just put enough protein in your muscles and recover your muscles just to recover the damage you've done in the workout, and it won't have enough for it to grow because it's going to use all that extra protein and nutrients to recover from your run. Does that make sense? So if you just train your muscles and then do 2 hours of Muay Thai, you won't pretty much be able to build muscle unless you do this thing very intelligently, which I can't go how to do it too much on this video because this video is too long already. Okay, another question. If you've plateaued, this is important. Has it been over 6 weeks since you've been on this program? Maybe 2 months, maybe more. Do you feel fatigued and tired and sick of the gym? Most likely, if you feel those things, you need a deload. Well, so what is a deload? A deload is basically rest for your muscles. This is when you let your muscles rest and recover. Because while yes, you can work out a muscle 2 to 3 times a week, some certain things like your joints and actually some part of your muscle fibers need more rest than that to fully recover and get back to being stronger and just become like, all right, we're all cool, we're all recovered, ready, let's go. All right, let's go. That's what your muscles are going to do when you rest. So every 8 to 12 weeks or so, you need to do a deload for around 10 to 14 days to let your muscles recover, which no fitness YouTuber talks about this. I don't understand. What are you doing? I'm fucking, what the fuck? Why are you not telling people to rest or deload? Alright, so here's how you do a deload. Really simple stuff. Half your weight that you're lifting and half the sets, and for 2 weeks, just do some light work. You can even go to the gym less, maybe like 3 times a week or so. This is actively gonna freshen you up. Mentally, you're gonna be ready for the gym again. If you feel like you hate the gym now and everything is so hard, this will fix that. The deload will fix that. Let's say your workout program had leg press and you were doing 200 kilos for 10 reps or 4 sets. For 2 weeks that you are deloading, you're gonna be doing 100 kilos for 10 or 5 or even 7 if you feel like it, and for only 2 sets. You need this to recover so that you can build more muscle into the future. And here is another thing with sports performance. When you peaked, when you've reached how much you can just train and then handle, your performance actually goes down. But then when you rest, your performance is gonna go higher than it has ever been, and you need this rest to do it. If you do not do this, you will become weaker, or you will even like lose muscle if you just beat the muscle down without any rest. So remember, this must be 10 days minimum. It's going to keep you in the lifting game for much longer, and I recommend 2 weeks of active rest. You can literally take 2 weeks off the gym and don't even go to the gym if it helps. Literally no gym for 2 weeks, you can do that, but for best results, do some sort of active rest where you still stimulate your muscles, but just a tiny amount. And I will talk more about deloads in a future video, but you must take deloads to avoid burnout and to give your muscles time to recover. Alright. So this is how you can build muscle the best way. And with the information in this video, you do not need to watch any other how to build muscle videos on YouTube ever again. I have not gone full nuance on certain topics because then this video would be 2 hours long, but this is the basics covered. So go out there and become a strong man, because now you know exactly how the body works, how to build muscle and other stuff. So this is how you build muscle. If this video has been helpful, I do personal training and coaching. My email and Discord will be in the description. If you're interested, shoot me a message. If not, fair enough. I would appreciate a like, a subscribe, and a comment. If you made it to this far, please comment. What should you comment? Comment, I don't know. Just be creative, alright? And thanks for watching. I'll be here. I'll be keeping uploading. But yeah, I'm really grateful that you watched this video till this far. Honestly, like this is sick. Yeah. All right, cool.